shedding light on the real relationship between President Obama and then Vice President Joe Biden. Quote, the long alliance, the imperfect union of Joe Biden and Barack Obama. It alleges that Obama was once so annoyed with Biden's ramblings, he passed a note to a staffer that read, quote, shoot me now. Biden was also described as condescending by the former president. And in 2010, Obama considered replacing Biden with Hillary Clinton as his running mate for 2012. Apparently, Biden was very hurt and felt very shot down by that. I mean, could you imagine if you wanted to pick Hillary to replace as your running mate? James, your thoughts on this, because it really made me laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good bromance as much as the next guy, and this does not look like it was that. I mean, who hasn't had that feeling listening to the president's ramblings? I think it made sense at the time in 2008 that candidate Obama felt like he needed sort of an elder statesman with Washington experience, or with a ton of Washington experience, but I guess he soon learned what we're all learning, is a career in the swamp does not prepare you for outstanding leadership.
Yeah, every president picks the vice based on the things that they need for their ticket, right, to make it more complete. Brandon, your thoughts on this? Shoot me now. I mean, I say that many days as we cover this administration.
I mean, I feel bad for Biden almost reading this account, because how offensive would it be if somebody said they'd rather work with Hillary Clinton than work with you? But that's basically what his closest political ally told him. But yeah, I mean, who hasn't been annoyed by Biden's ramblings here? I think Obama, to some extent, is just saying out loud what so many Americans are feeling, that Biden just goes on these long rants and we roll our eyes and say, what the heck is he talking about?
Yeah, it is funny. But in all seriousness, James, we are getting ready for the elections. We just had Jason on. We were talking about some of the gaffes, right? Biden's gaffes. And at first you start rolling your eyes and you think, well, you know, okay, he's getting up there. He probably won't run again in 2024. But having said that, the whole administration's approach is kind of bungled, right? Even if they keep Biden back, he doesn't really make statements. You put Karine Jean-Pierre up on the podium. She can't answer a question, you know, in a straightforward way, and just continues to dodge it. This is an administration that seems to be just kind of chasing the midterms in this way, changing policy, trying to, you know, backtrack on everything that it's done.
Yeah, on the communication, I've been saying for a while that I think the president should avoid public speaking, and some people think this is kind of a gag, but I'm actually serious, especially where it's a serious topic. He's had these very disturbing misstatements that staff have to walk back on military issues, relations with Russia, China, etc. But I think you do have a problem, and sometimes the messengers, whether it's Vice President Harris on the border or the press secretary, there is a deeper problem than the communication one, and that is, what is the policy? We saw that really remarkable video earlier where the administration's head of the Border Patrol basically acknowledging, I guess while a lawyer is trying to object and prevent the question from being answered, that the border policy is a disaster. Yeah. And so I don't think there's any spin that can really make that work. I think the president has to start exercising leadership, and a career in the Senate does not necessarily prepare you, or really not at all, for executive leadership. And that's
I think you're right. I think you're right. It's not only hard to spin the border, it's hard to spin crime, it's hard to spin the economy, it's hard to spin inflation. I mean, I can go on and on. James, Brandon, stay right there. The next hour of Mornings with Maria starts now.